going to town on this here podcast. Where did that come from? That saying, let's just go to town on this thing.
I think it came from people who didn't live in a town, Kyle.
I mean, yeah, but like, why don't we say like, let's just really go to city on this taco, right? Like, let's just go to city. But no one says that. It just, that seems like that would be the bigger, better thing. There's more possibilities in the city, but it's just the town.
I think this predates cities. When I think about going to town, I think about like a cowpoke.
Yeah.
Going to like a main street where there's like 3 saloons and a post office and a general store. Like a town. The end of cities.
There you
they
go.
barely had
Deadwood.
Reno.
Yeah. That was that HBO show that I watched, right? Deadwood, the one, the swear engine. Yeah.
Didn't live.
Yeah. There you go. Good stuff. Hello, party people, ladies and gentlemen, everyone out there on internet land. Melissa has a Crunch Wrap Supreme.
I just got home, so I'm really sweaty and I have to eat my taco dinner.
Oh man, you must have had a long day at work. If I believe we said it last time we were on the show, but this is Melissa's first week back at her place of work, back at the office. All of that good stuff. How has that been? Has the transition gone smooth? Good?
Yeah. It feels great to be back. I missed seeing people in person. Not everybody is back yet. There's some people I haven't seen, or they were there like one day.
Yeah.
No, it's a slight adjustment in that I just have to like remember that I'm around people. Like eye contact is a thing again. Like I'll just like I'll just glance across the room and somebody's eyes will also be there when I'm used to seeing a wall.
Yeah.
I have to not sing, which I don't habitually do anyway. But once you can't do it, you're really aware you can't do it.
Yes. There was a woman who used to work for us, and I'm trying to remember exactly what happened to her. She got fired, but it happened like really fast, like suddenly. And it was one of those things where our boss like sent us a note being like, yeah, she's left and she's not welcome back here. And we just like never found out what it was.
Mm-hmm.
It was just like, oh, that's weird. That's something you don't say unless like the boss has to say something of just like, guys, look, they're not going to be back here. So interesting. Well, I'm still working from home. We did get we got an email this week from our boss basically saying it's been finalized. As much as we could accommodate you to, like, if you want to keep working from home, like that stuff has been confirmed. So I'm sure my boss will then have a meeting with us soon to be like, okay, here's all of the stuff that got approved, but it sounds like for the most part, it was a good thing. It was good to go. So I think I can work from home as much as I want.
Oh.
So yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. I eventually need to go back in and got my water bottle. I think I mentioned that
Your
last week.
water bottle.
Yeah.
Your solitary possession left on campus.
That's what I left there because I thought it was just going to be like a week, and then it turned out to be like a year and a half. But oh well. Work has been slow this week because 2 of my coworkers are out. So thankfully I got to watch most of Dark while I was working. Got to sit there and watch that and digest that 3rd and final season of the show. I'm excited to talk about that on Sunday. That's going to be a good one.
I still have 2 episodes left. Kyle, I know you have to introduce the show, so go ahead and do that. And then I've got something I need to say about Dark.
Sounds good. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to number 151 of the Whatnauts Captain's Log. My name is Kyle Springer, and I am joined, as always, by Melissa Wilkinson. Melissa,
Featuring Crunchwrap. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's pretty flat, which they are.
I mean,
they are flat by nature.
Supposed to be, kind of.
Yeah. I don't know. It's just flatter than the picture, but it's not bad. You know, it's kind of soft, which is good. Sure. I was worried that if it crunched too much, that's an audio issue.
You're totally fine as long as you're not like talking with your mouth full, like right up on the mic all that much, and we have all that like that stuff, you know. But
so I'm all rushed and sweaty because I just got home from an art fair.
Oh, okay. Yeah. You mentioned that. You said your friend were they exhibiting or
Yeah. My old roommate had an exhibit. If you remember, like at the beginning of 2020, one of the last things I got to go out and do was that I went to an art exhibit in a county courtroom.
Yes.
I went to see her. This is her again. Her art career's still going.
Round 2.
So I went to
more.
Yeah, I went to this outdoor art fair. I wanted to stop by and see her. And then, coincidence of all coincidences, I run into my brother and my sister-in-law. They let me they let kid sister tag along on date night for a little bit.
That's nice.
Yeah, I got to spend some time with them. But so there's all these booths selling like art, many kinds of art, selling food. I had a little empanada, but it wasn't enough. So that's why I also have Taco Bell now. It was really good. But there was also a small performance area, and there was a band playing, and also I guess just a couple like circus people. Like I didn't walk all the way over there. Maybe they had a sign and I couldn't see it from the angle I was at, but there were a couple people doing circus activities. Like stilts, balancing on a ball, unicycle, circus stuff. And they're all dressed like foods. So we've got a ketchup on stilts, which is really fun. And we've got a hot dog. So a tall ketchup.
Right.
But that was like 12 feet of ketchup up there. All the ketchup you could need. And it was like, I don't know if it was like a kid dressed as a hot dog. It was funny that we had big ketchup and little hot dog. You'd drown the hot dog in all that ketchup. But there was a girl dressed as a pizza. And she's
that's my kind of girl.
Wheeling around on a unicycle. And I just thought about that play that Martha is in season 1 of Dark. That very serious parable about Ariadne and the maze.
Ariadne, yeah.
And I just imagined that entire episode again. But she's like, Mom, I have to go do my art. I have to be a pizza on a unicycle. And then instead of an Ariadne metaphor throughout the rest of the series, there's a continuing pizza metaphor.
You know how sometimes we'll get like comics or animated shows that are anthropomorphic, and it's like the characters are dogs or they're cats or they're rats or something like that. Why don't they take that same idea but do it with food? So it is just like, here's like a humanoid like hot dog, and here's like a humanoid pizza, and here's a like humanoid cheese burger.
It must have happened.
Really cool.
There's got to be anthropomorphic food properties.
Funny, like what they did in Kentaro. Right, where like their head is like the Gushers commercial, where it has like a strawberry there. Like we need more of that, because like we give these animals certain like characteristics, right? Like the sly fox and the wise old owl. But like, what does being a pizza say about you?
Yeah, right? What's the sly food?
Yeah.
Spaghetti?
what food is sly? I don't know if
What food is
spaghetti would be sly.
Because you can slurp it in your mouth, like it's there 1 second and gone the next.
I could see that. So yeah, I don't know.
What food is wise? Like a scone?
Wise? Now, I go to more Italian food for wise. I don't necessarily know why, but that is where I think of like spaghetti, of like this is my grandma's like sauce recipe that's been passed down, and it's like it has that like wisdom aspect of like this has been in the family for generations and stuff like, which I know you can do with all sorts of stuff, but I just that's the one that came to mind with that.
Man, I gotta come up with some real goofy recipe and insist on it being passed down, so that in like 200 years my descendants are making like great grandma's
passed down from Google pickles. To me.
I'd have to develop it myself, so I'd have to spend all my time developing like just goofy bar food. Like these are ancestral potato skins, kids. When you eat these, you eat what great-great-grandma Wilkinson made for us, for our lineage.
That'd be good. That'd be fun. That's kind of what I want to do, is just like eventually work on my cooking and get my like repertoire of recipes. Man, I can make that thing real good. Or that other thing real good. I don't know what that thing is yet, but I can make it real good. One day.
Everybody's gonna find their one food talent.
But that's the thing. I don't want just one thing. Like I don't want to be like, I was at the party and he brought those tuna fish stuffed croissants again. Right, and it's just like that is my one thing right now, and I need like a repertoire so that every time I go to someone's house or like they come over and I'm cooking or making food, it's like, oh, I didn't know you knew how to make this too. It's like, I got you. I know how to make everything, but I don't know. A sly food. I'm thinking I'm thinking more chocolate for sly, because it is like spaghetti could also be classy. I feel like, but that's what I also think of for chocolate. But chocolate also has that like devilishness to it too. So there is this like, I think you're up to something. You're being real sly here, real smooth.
Sweet foods are tempting. Like a dessert is called sinful. A pizza is never called sinful.
I want a sinful pizza. That's what I want.
Sin fried chicken.
Just open up a restaurant called Sins.
Sins!
Yep. 7 deadly sins. We make 7 like specialty plates.
You have somebody just walking around outside and a sandwich board that says repent.
Yeah. Menus just say the end is nigh.
The end of your hunger is nigh.
Indeed. Good stuff. Oh man, Melissa, I had something that I wanted to bring on the show this week that I did not get to bring. I ended up needing it and using it, so I don't have it.
It's gone?
It is gone. But Melissa, I mentioned this to you, I guess yesterday, which is on Wednesday, I guess, when I bought it. But Pepsi Blue is back, and I remember Pepsi Blue from like the early 2000s. I think you mentioned it was like 2003, 2004 ish. It was very, very short lived, but I remember it. But it had been so long that I've forgotten what it had tasted like, because it went away and they stopped making it. And then I went into Go Puff to get some snacks, and that was one of the things that I saw that was new. It said Pepsi Blue. So I was just like, no way. They brought Pepsi Blue back. I don't know if I just happened to catch it at the right time, like it was new this week or this month or something. But I was just like, I have to get one. And the plan was to then come on the podcast and be like, surprise, it's going to be another reactor core thing where I drink Pepsi Blue. But I have had a really bad sleep schedule this week, and so I needed some caffeine. I was just like, I just need to go ahead and use this thing. And then I didn't
use it, not drink it.
Yeah.
Use the Pepsi Blue.
You know. Y'all got any more of that there Pepsi Blue?
Gonna go out tomorrow. I'm gonna use some fries. Go to Red Robin. Use their never-ending fries. I have a never-ending.
Now that's a pizza I'd like to use.
Kyle, I'm happy I coordinated. You don't have a new soda, but I do. I've been sitting here drinking it the whole time. Went to Taco Bell, got a Baja Blast. I've never had one before. I've never had Mountain Dew Classic before. Wow. And I gotta say, it's a lot more mellow than I thought it would be. When I think about Mountain Dew, I think about it's lime green, it's aggressive, it's in my face. I think this is why I've never drank it. I don't want it to be in my face. Like, I mean, I literally do. Soda goes in face. You drink through face. But like, attitude. It was a soda with an attitude, and I didn't want that. I'm tasting this Baja Blast, though. It is chill. It's more Baja, smooth. Less blast. It feels like a relaxing time in California. It is smooth.
Yeah. Yeah, Mountain Dew, its marketing is more of the like, hey, we'll do the extreme sports, we'll do the gaming, it is this in-your-face marketing. But they are actually pretty smooth with their flavors. They're carbonated, but they're not so sharp, if that makes sense. Like when you have like a really, really good like Coca-Cola or an ice cold Pepsi, there's a sharpness to it, right? And this is more on the like mellow side, which is I guess where like mellow yellow gets its name, because it's if you had that, it's basically a knockoff Mountain Dew. So it is smoother than you think it is.
Is there?
It's real good.
So we got Pepsi Blue, we got Code Red, we got Mellow Yellow. Is there a soda for every color in the Green Lantern Corps? There's orange soda for Larfleeze.
There's grape soda for purple, or Mountain Dew Pitch Black, or Dew SA, which is a
Dew SA.
So, speaking of Mountain Dew, I also have had some more sodas recently. I don't have them here with me, but I tried for the first time Mountain Dew Voltage, which is their blue one. And it is very good. It is like that blue raspberry flavor. I ended up liking it a lot. There's another Mountain Dew that I was hoping to get, but Go Puff doesn't have it. And so I haven't ventured out to go get one yet. But there is that like all white Mountain Dew. Like I haven't had that one yet, but yeah, it is like this white liquid that I don't remember what the flavor is, but
milk.
Mountain Dew SA is a purple flavor, and Melissa, if you didn't know, red and blue make purple.
I've heard this.
Right, yeah, but they what they do to make USA is take their red, white, and blue ones and they mix them all together. So it's blue raspberry mixed with their like red cherry and then whatever the white one is, and it's real good.
That's good to hear.
Like I was
It's a
very
melting pot like
surprised.
America is.
Yeah, I've done the thing where you go to the soda machine, right, and you get them all. Like you just you put a small bit of each one in there. I think my dad called it rocket fuel.
That's a
You know,
lot.
just
That's a much
the mix.
kinder name than calling it a suicide. I like rocket fuel.
Sure, yeah. But that's basically what it is. It's like Mountain Dew's rocket fuel. So I was expecting it to not really have like a distinct taste, but it did. It was really interesting. It was very good. So yeah, I've had both of those like in the past month.
Mm.
And then, like I said, Pepsi Blue, which is also a raspberry, like a berry raspberry flavor.
Mm.
So good stuff, though. Good stuff. So Baja Blast, though, you had your first Baja Blast.
Babies first. Adult 30-year-old baby. Do you? I have a vivid memory of having a cousin who was like, oh, I don't know, like 5 years younger than me. And, you know, also growing up in the 90s, he was there for the allure of Mountain Dew. And he called it
Sure.
wake up soda. Because I think he had it once and like it caffeinated him. And his mom was like, okay, no more wake up soda, not till you're older. And I was there for his like, I don't know, 8th birthday or something. And I remember him that day being like, Mom, am I old enough now? Am I old enough for the wake up soda?
You'd be surprised to hear that Mountain Dew now has a wake up soda. They have their like Kickstart thing,
Yeah.
which is meant to be like it has some. It's like half soda, half energy drink, so it's not as like punchy as like a Red Bull or a Monster is, but it's enough to just like kickstart you. Is the thing. So now they have that thing there. So no, but man, the crazy things they do with soda these days. I promise you, this is not another Captain's Log where we go on the Mountain Dew fan wiki or the Mountain Dew wiki page, because we've done that multiple times.
Yeah.
Oh man,
Kyle,
good stuff,
I
though.
have a question for you.
Yes.
This is part of a larger question, but I'll start with something smaller. You have watched Black Widow already.
I have. Black Widow came out. It was available on Disney Plus at like 3 a.m.
Yes.
for me.
Oh, wow.
I didn't watch it then. Again, like I mentioned, work was slow, so I just watched it while I was at work. Yeah, I had my my headphones on. I had all the lights off. I was in bed. It was great.
Nice. I'm going to see it tomorrow. Like 4 p.m. tomorrow. I will be in the middle of seeing Black Widow. Previews will be over. I was thinking about that today. Oh, I have to calculate for maybe a smaller preview time when going to see a movie because there will be fewer movies for them to preview, maybe? I don't know. It'll be a new experience.
Interesting. Yeah.
But could you tell me, spoiler free, as a way to give me some hint about Black Widow, if this movie was a candle, what would it smell like?
Ooh. If it was a candle. Okay. Starts out smelling like a summer night. Is how it starts. Then like the opening credits smells like Teen Spirit. Then
literally
the rest of you'll know when you see. Then the like second act smells like gunpowder and rust.
Rust.
The finale is it smells more like smoke.
Ah, okay.
just like a real like rustic smoky smell.
That sounds good. It is what I would have guessed, but it's nice to hear. I picked this metric for which you can give us some hint about Black Widow, because I was listening to a podcaster mention this week that they'd gone to see Fast 9 in, I think it's called a D-box theater. Those theater seats that like jostle you around. It's like they make a whole theme park out of it. It's like you're at Muppet Vision 3D or Shrek
that would be
Forever
a good one
After.
to go see in that. I'm not a big fan of those gimmicks, but if there's one to go see where it like shakes the seat and stuff, Fast 9 would be a good one to go see.
But he was saying that, you know, this service also comes with smells. It sprays smells at you. He's like, I thought it would have been more like gasoline and tires, which aren't like necessarily pleasant, but he's like, that would have put me in the world of the movie instead of just sort of just ambient sense. He's like, it smelled like cars, what I thought. So I've been thinking, what movies?
Like, Fast 9 smells like mango? I don't know why, but it just does.
What movies do you want to smell?
What movies do I want to smell? The Never-Ending Story.
I
haven't seen that movie in forever, so all I remember is the thing of the dragon thing and the kids like, yeah, right? Like, but I just, for some reason, that's like a mysterious movie to me. And I'm just like, oh, I wonder what that would smell like.
Smelled like an old book. That's not a bad choice. That's good.
That, yeah. Let's see. What else would I want to smell? It's a good animated movie that I would want to smell.
Yeah. Ratatouille?
Yeah, Ratatouille. But I feel like that would just smell like a kitchen. Like you just go into the back of Chili's after I've been there for 4 hours and just smell the smells, right? I
think it's an insult to the film that you compare it to a Chili's.
Well, just a kitchen, a restaurant kitchen, right?
Okay.
They're making stuff, right? There's all sorts of smells. Okay. I think Rush Hour?
Wow.
Rush Hour would be an interesting one to smell. I don't know what that would smell like. I mean, there is the thing that I could do for like Black Widow, where it's like, okay, it smells like gunmetal and this thing, you know.
I bet it smells like new car.
Car smell, interesting. I could see that, or like, I don't know how you like what you need to do to wash silk and stuff like that, but like freshly washed silk.
Wow.
I don't know why.
I'd buy that candle. I'd pay to see Rush Hour if the theater smelled like that while I was watching Rush Hour. When I thought about this, I started with the MCU as I always do. That's the metric by which I figure things out in the world. I think Black Panther would smell awesome.
Tony Stark smells like alcohol.
He smells like a cheeseburger. He smells like a Burger King.
Alcohol and cheeseburgers.
He just smells like motor oil and a Burger King.
Yeah.
Black Panther the man probably smells great, but Black Panther the entire film was the first thing I thought of.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That ancestral plane, nice. I bet it smells good.
Right? That has to be a mix of like lavender and like that like it just rained scent.
Yeah.
Right? Just really calming.
Okay, this is something I was thinking of. What Oscar-winning movies do I want to smell? Oscar-winning the best picture. The best picture. Because I was thinking, I don't know if I want to smell Nomadland. Parasite, that dad smells. Like, that's a notable plot point. Parasite tells you what something in the movie smells like. So I don't know about that one. Green Book, no clue. Shape of Water? Maybe. Shape of Water might smell pretty good.
Could be
Moonlight,
fishy.
Moonlight probably smells good. The art, this is going to sound so dumb. The artist was in black and white, so I feel like I couldn't tell what it smelled like because I didn't have any colors.
For some reason, I'm getting coconut for that one.
Oh. Coconut was probably new.
Like coconut and licorice. Like if we stick with the black and white theme, right? It'd be like coconut and black licorice. Gladiator
wouldn't smell good, but maybe A Beautiful Mind would.
It just smelled like sweat. A Beautiful Mind, I feel like would smell like a chalkboard, like a classroom that doesn't get much ventilation, right?
Yeah.
Doesn't smell great necessarily, but it's nostalgic in a weird way. Like it's not a bad smell, but it's not.
Yeah.
It's not like, oh yeah, I want that new cologne that has that classroom smell.
You could sell it to the
teacher.
You could sell it to the everybody who's into the dark academia aesthetic. Do you think Rain Man smells like rain?
What is this dark academia aesthetic you mean?
This is real. This? Kyle, I didn't just make this up. Dark academia is a real aesthetic movement.
Dark academia aesthetic is the second thing that pops up. Images. Let's see here. Browser, so you guys can see all of this stuff. Yeah, it's like a lot of browns. It's antique books. It seems a lot of like late 1800s, early 1900s. Hogwarts. Handwritten letters, browns and beiges and
big lanterns. Sweaters.
Yeah,
lots of tweed.
It smells like an Ivy League school.
A leather chair.
Like,
Ivy, yeah.
What I think of like an Ivy League school. That's not what I picture when I think of like dark academia. I think of more like goth teachers. I don't know why. Like, imagine your chemistry teacher like in a Lolita outfit, like the maid outfit.
Oh my god!
With like,
I don't mind that
heavy eyeshadow makeup that is like running because they've been crying or something.
I would love to see any of my teachers in any aesthetic besides normcore. That'd be a real treat.
Right? Like, what we saw of dark academia on Google just screams Harvard.
Yeah.
To me. That's it. And, like, I don't think of Harvard as, like, dark academia.
I think...
I don't know.
I'm not exactly clear on what it means by dark, but I think it's just like you could get like you're so possessed by the need for knowledge that there's something almost mystical about it. Like there's an almost infernal need to stay up all night covered in ink studying.
Dark academia is a popular academic aesthetic that revolves around classic literature, the pursuit of self-discovery, and a general passion for knowledge and learning. It is one of several variations, each with a unique subject focus. Dark academia's visuals stem primarily from upper-class European culture of the 19th century and American prep. But yeah.
American prep.
American prep. In a world with American prep.
American prep.
One Eastern European college student ventures into the world of dark academia. It's funny.
For the listener,
that was a thing.
I want to say for the listener, I finished my crunch wrap. I'm done.
No more food. But I have a Bud Light.
No more food tonight. Kyle, what's your favorite beer?
Don't feed them past midnight. Favorite beer? To be honest, I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know much about beer or alcohol. I know I don't really like darker stuff. I don't like dark beer. Just like that real thick stuff.
Yeah.
No thanks. But I like lighter, hoppier, fruitier stuff. But beyond that, I couldn't tell you what's what.
Okay. I've seen you drink several beers. And I don't know if that's normal.
Yeah, I go from Corona to Modelo to Bud Light to Blue Moon to Dos Equis to something else. I don't know.
I guess it's normal. I drink several wines. You can't tell it's several wines, but I don't know if there's wine. Oh, probably just like real cheap, like $6 barefoot Moscato that I've bought several times. But I go out there, I explore. Anything under $10, the world is my oyster.
There you go. When I travel, I like to get something local. I just ask for a recommendation of like, hey, what one is local and not dark? That's all I want. So, I don't know. There was this one time I was talking to this girl who worked as a bartender, and we had been talking for some months and stuff like that, and we got on the conversation of beer one night, and my dad and I had bought some IPA. I don't remember what it was called, and I had said, we had gotten this IPA. I really like it, and stuff like that. And then I asked her, like, what is your like preferred stuff? And she's like, I like this, I like that, I like India pale ales and stuff like that. I'm like, oh, India pale ales. I've never heard of those.
Oh.
I've never had one. And she's just like, oh, you sweet thing. Like, you're having one right now. It's an IPA.
Beer, baby.
And I was just like, oh, okay. I didn't know that.
I thought it was an initial public offering.
I just didn't think and just didn't even connect the dots. Just like went completely through one ear and out the other. It's just like, you're an idiot.
IPA stands for Incredible Paul Thomas Anderson.
Sure, yeah. There you go.
Magnolia. It's great.
Indeed. Let's see. So this is number 151.
It is.
Melissa and Sam, who's not here in the chat with us right now, but usually is. You guys can also be here in the chat on twitch.tv/the Whatnauts each Friday night.
You could watch me eat a crunch wrap live. You chose not to.
It's all your fault. All your fault.
If we get enough people rallied together, I'd do it again. Let's move up to 50 more subscribers, and I'll eat another crunch wrap live.
Exactly.
I'll eat a double crunch wrap live.
It'll be content thick. I like to see. But I have a Pokemon question for you, which we will get to in just a sec. We will be right back. We're gonna take a break for housekeeping. We put a lot of hard work into the shows that we make, and yes, we make multiple different shows here at the Whatnauts, and we'd love it if you would check them all out. You can find out more information on our website at thewhatnauts.com, as well as your favorite podcasting platform of choice. When you type in the Whatnauts, all of our shows will pop up right there. Just don't forget to give us a nice rating and review if you like the shows. If you want to support what we do here at The Whatnauts, patreon.com/The Whatnauts is the best place to do that. You can support us for as little as $1 a month. You can get all kinds of exclusive content at the $3 tier. You can also get a shout out and thank you on all of our shows at the $5 tier. You can support us on Twitch by subscribing to our channel at twitch.tv/The Whatnauts, and we would love to have you all join us for our live streams and talk with us in the chat. And lastly, we have merch. If you want to grab yourself a shirt or a sweatshirt or a mug or something else, go to thewhatnauts.com/store to pick up some merch today. All right, and we are back. Big shout out to our Patreon supporters at the $5 tier. So thank you, Sam, so much. We appreciate you.
Thanks, Sam.
We love you a lot.
Sam, I went to the Taco Bell by your old house.
Oh, there you go. Fun fact. Sam used to live by a Taco Bell. There you go. But Sam asked us if we were gonna do something Pokemon related for number 151.
Fine idea.
Because on the review show, that's what we did. We went back and we watched the Pokemon movie, the original. And I was just like, well, I wasn't planning on it, but sure, why not? Let's just do something Pokemon related. So Melissa, let's make our own Pokemon movies.
Nice.
We can come up with some of the actors involved, what Pokemon you want in there, and what the synopsis will be, just like what the general idea of your movie is. So I don't know how much time you've had to think on this or who you want in there, but is there a thing that you would want to tackle first? Do you want to talk about the cast first, the Pokemon you want in it, or what the plot will be?
I want an all Team Rocket movie.
I figured as much.
Yeah.
I figured as much. But like, so sure, it's all Team Rocket, but is this like a heist movie? Is this like a...
That's a good idea.
Like, what is the synopsis? Like, what is the pitch?
Man, this
like,
being a
this
heist
Ocean's
sounds
11?
great.
Like, is this Ocean's 11 but with Pokemon? Wouldn't that be wonderful?
Yeah, just Logan Lucky, but they're trying to steal one Pikachu.
Right? Like that would be great. It's all from Team Rocket's perspective. It's Jesse and James and their team of Pokemon, and it is this big elaborate heist to steal Pikachu from Ash as he's there. It's what they do on the show, so it's not like a far-fetched, no pun intended, thing that like it's like I don't really see Team Rocket doing that. It's like, no, this is what they do.
They would heist. It's going to be extremely glamorous.
Okay.
I feel like a heist gives them the chance to like screw up a little bit. Yeah, I want to see them come out on top at the end, though. Like there's going to be pratfalls. Will they dig a hole and then fall into the hole because they forgot where the hole was? Yes. But at the end, I want victory for these guys. What I want out of a movie is for them to for Ash to see how much effort these guys are putting into it. And he's like, do you not have anything better to do? And they're like, no, we don't. We don't have a job if we don't succeed at this. If we had any other professional options, we'd be there.
Yeah, you want me to just catch you a Pikachu? Like, I could do that. Like, yeah,
man,
that would be good. I would like that one a lot.
What if it's a time travel adventure and they try and get that Pikachu before Ash ever has it?
Oh, I like that. Interesting. That would be a good one. Some time travel hijinks there. That would be fun. Yeah. How did Professor Oak come about with that Pikachu? Like, it's the origin of that story, but it's also the time travel heist of like how they like did they get it, and then like there is some understanding of like well, if we get this now, then like we can't go back to where we were, like like some like realization that they have, and so then they give that one to Professor Oak, and that's how Ash gets it. it I don't know. Be fun. What are you thinking?
I was just thinking, have you seen Pokemon Forever? It was
Is that the one where Pikachu talks?
No. Pokemon Forever was the 4th theatrically released Pokemon movie. It came out on my 12th birthday. There's a time travel aspect to it. I think they go through a forest and like they just walk into the past. Like they just walk 50 years into the past, and they meet a little boy, and like Ash is showing him like, yeah, I got a Pokédex, I got all this cool stuff. And then at the end of the movie, it turns out that little boy was like 10-year-old Professor Oak, and so now it's a bootstrap paradox because Ash told him about. I told him about the Pokédex, and now he's going to grow up and invent the Pokédex. Yeah, it just loops around like the H.G. Tannhaus book.
A journey through time.
Mm-hmm.
Or as Team Rocket might say, a journey through crime.
I would also love to see a like Lavender Town haunted mansion. It's just all in a haunted mansion the whole time, and it's all ghost Pokemon.
That would be good. That would be a good one. But who would you cast? Like who would play Jesse? Or
I don't know.
Do you want them to be Jesse and James? Is this 2 new Team Rocket members?
No, it's the ones we know. I just want them. I mean, I'll take any Team Rocket action. I love them all. I'll take just like some grunt in a hat. But I want my original. I want my Jesse, James, and Meowth. Wow, like it's difficult for me to think about them sounding like anything than what they sounded like in the original English dub. So I've never gotten that far. Never dreamed of it. Oh no. Well, I've never figuratively dreamed of it. One time I literally dreamed of it.
Well, let's put it this way. If you could cast someone in those roles but still have them sound like that one, like who physically, who would you want them to be?
So Jessie looks like Bryce Dallas Howard, but she sounds like Rachel Lillis from the original dub.
Sure,
Poor Bryce Dallas Howard. Why'd I do this to her? I don't know. I did have a dream once that there was going to be a live action Pokemon movie. And dreamed that Meowth was CGI, but the voice of Meowth was John DiMaggio. And which solid. You would expect that. He'd be doing an excellent job. And James was played by Ian Somerhalder. And then I woke up and I'm like, that's not bad. I could see that working. He could do that. He could just like look dramatic and hold a rose.
Yeah. Interesting. That's a good choice. I can see that. See that one.
What do you want in your Pokemon movie? Do you want to see any characters we know from the anime or from the games? Do you want to like take an original look? Like all the stuff in Detective Pikachu was stuff we'd never seen before.
Let's see here. So, well, Detective Pikachu is based off of a video game. So that's that. There was some of that stuff in like out there existing.
But was like the boy and his dad in the game?
I don't know if it's those characters specifically, but yeah, basically.
Okay.
Okay, let's see here. So I think I want a courtroom drama.
Yeah!
Set in the Pokemon universe. Like it focuses on this lawyer who is well known, has a steady career, but is like stumbles upon like the case of his lifetime. and he thinks he has a case that will take down Team Rocket for good.
Woo!
Which Melissa, you might not like this one since we're getting rid of Team Rocket. But no, we're not getting rid of them. No. But the idea is that like it is played as this like serious courtroom drama with all of the jargon that you would expect to hear and all of that stuff, mixed with the hijinks of trying to get these Pokemon to like reenact some of the things that happens that to we now call Squirtle to the stand.
This is
right?
Great. You could, if you wanted to, you could do an entire Sopranos style crime drama just about Giovanni, the Team Rocket boss.
Exactly. That'd be wonderful. But I think the lawyer, I want to be played by Kirk Ace Vito. He's an actor that I really like. He's in a bunch of stuff. He's in 12 Monkeys, the sci-fi TV show. He's in Fringe. He's in Arrow. He's in a lot of like TV shows, and I love
that name. Sounds familiar. I can't picture the face.
If you saw him, you'll know exactly who it is. That's who I want to be like the star of the film. There.
Who was he in Fringe? Was he like that original partner that she had? The like dark-haired guy.
I think so. He has that like raspy voice.
Maybe I'm thinking of that guy.
I think he maybe was the original partner. I don't remember his name.
His name was like Charlie or something.
I think it might be him. Yeah.
Okay.
That might be him.
That's if we're both thinking of the same person, this is a good idea.
Yeah, I just like he's always really good in the stuff he's in, but he's not like over the top. Like he's not like he's probably not gonna be like a breakout actor. No offense to him, like he's not gonna be the next like big movie star or stuff, but he's solid in everything that he does, and so I feel like he'd make a good lawyer because of that. And then if there's like a younger kid involved somehow that needs to take the stand or something,
just a kid.
Yeah, I mean, it's in the world of Pokemon,
there has to be one kid.
Like, there has to be at least one kid that is involved in this. I want, let me pull up his name here because I got it just a second ago. His name is Christian Convery. This is the guy that plays Gus on Sweet Tooth.
Aww.
I think he would be great in a Pokemon
He does a great job.
movie. Yeah, he's wonderful. Yeah, I would like to see him in that somehow. And Pokemon stuff, I would like to see a variety of stuff, multiple generations of things. I'd like to see I'd like to see Garuki or a Dragonite. I'd like to see Rubbish, the like trash bag Pokemon.
Yeah.
I'd like to see some like Gengars and stuff like that. Just like a good mix of them, because that is like part of the joke. Is it's this like juxtaposition of the like absurdity of all of these Pokemon next to the like seriousness of this courtroom drama. Yeah, that I think what I would do.
Now, what pre-existing movie would you like to just add Pokemon to?
Oh, okay, good.
Because I've been thinking, what if Uncut Gems, but instead of betting on a basketball game. He's betting on a Pokemon tournament. And maybe Kevin Garnett still is. Maybe he's still in it, but he's a Pokemon trainer. He doesn't play basketball. Instead, he is like a Hitmonlee.
Pokemon cards right now, Yu-Gi-Oh cards, Digimon, like all trading cards right now are incredibly expensive because everyone wants them. They've had to like stop selling them at Target and stuff because this stuff has gotten ridiculous. Of just like, no, we won't sell them because you guys are gonna like run in here and beat people up with a bat just to get these damn Pokemon cards. But yeah, you could do something like Uncut Gems, but with Pokemon.
I like that. It's not even Pokemon. It's just Pokemon cards. It's still in our world.
Sure. Like he has that like first edition Charizard, which is the thing that Kevin Garnett now has on his chain. Yeah. He has the holographic first edition Charizard.
I bedazzled a far-fetched card. I was the first guy to do that.
That'd be wonderful. I love that. Man. What would be another one that I would want to see? I'd want to see what's another like overly serious movie that just to have them in there would just be absurd.
Oh man.
What about like No Country for Old Men?
Oh, I love that. Yeah.
Right? There's some like Coen brother like weirdness. But still it's just like it's still just like a serious like crime.
Yeah. What is the Anton Chigurh of Pokemon? What's a real menacing Pokemon to just stand quietly behind Javier Bardem?
Hitmonlee.
Could be anything.
Like Hitmonlee or Hitman.
Maybe he's just got like the toughest Chansey there is.
Yeah, like that is more what I was thinking of. Like, what if it's like no country for old men, but there is a Chansey or there is a Jinx, just like mixed in there, right? Or just a Magikarp. And just
man,
this is just ridiculous.
Magikarp, right? Like replace any animal in a movie with a Pokemon.
Finding Magikarp. It's just Finding Nemo.
Oh my god. Like it's the artist, but instead of having that cute little dog, they just have like a little Lillipup.
Yeah. Good.
The Shape of Water, but she wants to date a Gyarados.
Oh man. Signs. But it's some other like ghost Pokemon.
Man, Tron, but it's full. Tron, but it's full of Porygon.
Yeah,
the answer's right there. We gotta see Porytron. We gotta get the Porygon back. You know, it's not its fault that its first episode had bright flashing lights that caused seizures. We don't have to erase Porygon the Pokemon. Bring it back. Yeah. Make it a news story with less seizures.
Absolutely. Yeah, I like the idea of like mixing something that's like super serious, just like with the absurdity that is Pokemon. Like
Tenet, but it has Anatomy. A giraffe rig.
Right? Yeah, like Grey's Anatomy or like 90210, but with some Pokemon there. Like give me that show. Give me a hospital drama for trainers that like have lost in battle or something like that,
Ooh.
and they're like, "Fix my Grookey, fix my Sobble."
I just can't stop
It's
thinking
like,
about the end of Tenet where Robert Pattinson's like, it's a temporal pincer maneuver. And then he just rides away on a giraffe rig. The Pokemon where its tail is actually its head.
Oh man, good. They Pokemon is ripe for just so many movies and stuff like that. I just don't like they don't need to all focus on kids like they did
Right.
with.
I want adult Pokemon. I want must love dogs, but it's like, oh, we both took our
I mean,
Growlithes to the park. Now we're in
like
love.
that's the thing. As much as I've said, like I want the straight, like hard, like adult thing. Like you don't need to make it adult though. Like you can still have a perfectly fine cartoon, but it focuses on what it's like to work at a Poke Center and
Yeah.
stuff like that. Like that would be a cool story. Like please tell me that story, right? And then it might turn into a thing when someone brings in a new Pokemon. It's kind of like Midnight Midnight Diner, the Japanese like food show where they connect
Ooh.
with that food that they eat. But yeah, you get the story of that trainer and like their connection to that Pokemon and what the story is there. Like that would be fun. That would be neat, right?
Do,
And then
do
yeah,
you?
like more detective stuff, more
Yeah.
just like there's so much stuff.
I need a detective story where the culprit is a Pokemon, like that one Edgar Allan Poe mystery where like a monkey did it. Do you remember this episode of the Pokemon anime? Do you remember the Saint Anne saga, the SS Anne? That ship goes. We have a Poseidon adventure episode, and then the episode after that, they think they've all washed ashore on this island with these huge, like skyscraper-sized Pokemon walking around. They're like, "What is this island of giant Pokemon? Where are we? Are we even alive?" And then at the end of the episode, it turns out this is a theme park, and those are just huge robots walking around. I want Jurassic Park, but it's that. You thought about if you could build a Pikachu that's 25 stories tall. You didn't think about if you should build a Pikachu that's 25 stories tall.
Right? Yeah. There's that. But you reminded me. You started talking about the boat. What if it was Murder on the SS Anne and it's Hercule Poirot?
Yes.
With some locked room mystery, right? But like one of you Pokemon did it, and I'm gonna find out who.
Oh yeah, like something caught on fire, and he's like, "Which of these fire types was it?"
Yeah.
What are Pokemon forensics like? I gotta know this.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. CSI Johto.
CSI Viridian City. Oh man.
That'd be amazing. There's so much stuff that they could do.
It's so rich. It's so rich. I'm happy that Pokemon is still like a worldwide force 20 years later. Like it's still there for me. It's still like one of the hottest things around. But I do wish this is a franchise that would grow up with me a little bit more, that I would get one not like gritty adult story, but just a story with like a more legitimate
I'm
narrative
sure you can
arc.
find some adult Pokemon themed stuff on certain websites.
I just want a story that has like more of an actual narrative plot to it than just the anime where it goes on forever and Ash is always 10 and every episode is the same format. Like give me a limited series beginning to end. Here's real drama, real character development, real stakes. Just give me like richer, more textured emotions in the Pokemon world, please.
Yes, absolutely. That would be amazing. Because, they have all the tournaments and competitions, so you could do sports movies and
Yeah.
stuff about like the like inspirational stories of like, yeah, we won, blah blah blah. You could do, yeah, you mentioned the like Jurassic Park stuff. They have the whole like finding the fossils and mixing the fossils together to make new Pokemon and stuff like that. Like, yeah, there could be a whole like excavation thing. They know that Pokemon, there are ancient ones, so what if there is like an Indiana Jones style character that is like searching all those ancient Pokemon ruins? Yeah, you mentioned the like haunting stuff. There was that one Pokemon one where there was the girl on the beat, right?
The
like,
ghost of Maiden's Peak.
Exactly. And yeah, so much stuff they could stuff.
Get on it, Pokemon.
Yeah. Melissa, so I had this next question written down, and then was going to kind of infuse this into my Pokemon movie here, which is why I mentioned Kirk Ace Vito.
Yes.
I want to know, Melissa, who are some of your favorite actors and actresses?
No, Beans. Who isn't? Who do you hear me talk about the most?
But I mean, I'm thinking of the actors like Kirk Ace Vito.
Like my favorite,
this isn't the like
character actors, bit players.
Brad
Yeah.
Pitt's just like, what are the ones that you always take note of and you see them in something? You're like, oh, it's that guy, or it's that girl. I always like what they do. Who are those ones?
I mean, even just earlier this year, I watched this movie I'd never heard of on Stars simply because it had Elizabeth Debicki in it. Okay. I put her up there. Okay. Always take notice of her. Very tall. Very great.
Elizabeth Debicki. What do I know her from?
Oh, she's the Gold Queen in Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. She's the she's the lady in Tenet. Oh, she's Jordan in The Great Gatsby. She's pretty good in the Man from U.N.C.L.E. movie. She's around. Bicky.
Okay. Sounds good. So yeah, trying to think. I have no idea what this guy's name is, but now I'm trying to think of
these are
the
always
name of
fun.
The show that I remember that he's in. It's a Hulu original called Shut Eye.
That doesn't help. It's a Hulu original
cast.
Look,
this show is not. It's not gonna. It's an older show, so it's already done. But I really liked this show. It was like 2 or 3 seasons. It was 2 seasons. It got like a 7.3 on IMDb. It only got a 37 on Rotten Tomatoes. So it didn't do well, but I liked it a lot. But there's an actor in there. His name is David Zayas, I believe. Let's see what else he is in. Let me see. I'm pulling up his IMDb here.
That's a thunder, Kyle.
That's a
There's
what?
Thunder out there. There's thunder out there.
Thunder.
Nobody told me this was going to happen.
David Zayas. I guess, yeah, I don't know. I guess that's how you say his name there. But let's see. He is in the Expendables. He's in Dexter. He was in the movie 16 Blocks. What else would you guys maybe know him from? Again, he's one of those like TV actors.
TV actors are extremely valuable.
Yeah, I mean, and that's not to downplay. Like that's not a derogatory thing. It's like, oh, they're a TV actor. No, like
Not
I like
anymore.
what these guys do. He was in Gotham as Sal Maroni. He was in Dexter. He was in Grimm, Spendables, Law and Order, 13, CSI Miami. Like, he's in a lot of stuff. He was in Burn Notice.
Ah,
He played
Burn Notice.
Javier. I don't
I remember Burn
know if
Notice
that means
being
anything.
good.
But he usually plays, at least what I've seen him in, he usually plays like gangster characters. He looks real Italian and stuff like that. So it is this more like mafia character. He was in Oz on HBO. He was in that one, but yeah, he's another one I see, and I'm like, that guy, I like him. He's good.
It's good to have those guys out there in the world. I've listened to a lot of comedy podcasts, so there's a lot of like just improvisers I know, and sometimes I'll see them in like a bit part in the sitcom or like in a commercial, and I'll like stop my dad watching like a CarMax commercial, and I'm like, Dad, that's Andy Daly. He's so funny. I know him from podcasts, and Dad's like, what do I know him from? I'm like, I think he was on an episode of The Office or something, but he's on Comedy Bang Bang all the time.
Yeah.
So like, there's all these people that like just odd bit part the modern comedy people that I love. Like, wow, Lauren Lapkus is in this. That's a star.
Yeah. Trying to think of some of the women that I really take note of.
You know who's great?
Something. Who's that?
I think her name is Siobhan Fallon. This is the farm wife from Men in Black.
Okay. Do you know, by chance know how to spell her name?
Siobhan, and then Fallon, like the Jimmy. I think that's it. I think that's her name.
Siobhan Finneran?
I don't know. It's a redheaded lady. She was the farm wife in Men in Black, and she's Stanley's mom in Holes. And she'll show up periodically in a lot of other things like that. She's a gem. I treasure her so much whenever she shows up.
I just did a search for Men in Black. I don't know if she's on that one. Not the same one you're talking about.
You know, the lady who's like, only one was sugar water, not like ice water or tap water or regular water.
Siobhan Fallon Hogan.
She's been married.
Yeah. I think this is her. Yeah, Men in Black, Holes, Saturday Night Live. It says she's in What We Do in the Shadows.
Good. I'll have to see those. It's really on my list that I've not seen them yet.
She's in Billions. She's in American Gods. She's in the more recent MacGyver.
Oh man. I'd go back to American Gods to watch her.
She's in 30 Rock.
I think I remember that.
Appearance on that, yeah.
Really like to rewatch 30 Rock.
There you go. Okay. Yeah.
There's so many performers out there in the world that I really treasure. I'm excited to see them every time. See them or hear them. They may be voice only. It's all good.
I really like Colby Smulders. I like her a lot.
She's good. There's a lot of thunder outside, so I was shocked at the thunder. I wasn't shocked about Colby Smulders.
Okay. Yeah, because she's good. I mean, she's good in the MCU stuff. She's good in Stumptown. Um,
Yeah.
I there's just like I think she's done more movies though. Like she mainly focuses on that stuff, I think. But what I have seen her in, I'm always like I like her. Like again, like she's not the like over the like she's typically not going to be the like big action star headlining thing, but no matter what she's in, she's always solid. Like
She's got she also has the honor of having one of the finest bloopers I've ever seen. In that
which is
in that blooper reel for the Avengers where she's like reacting to Coulson's death and she's like, Coulson! Coulson! You will be avenged!
I don't think I've seen that.
It's a pretty good blooper reel.
Oh. God, who else is that? I'm trying to rack my brain for like some of the shows that I've seen like multiple times and stuff. Um who plays that's her name, Evangeline Lilly. I was gonna say because I love her in Lost as Kate. She's amazing in that, but I think it was Lost that kind of was the thing that was like, well, I'm not gonna be acting anymore. And then it was Ant-Man and the Wasp that kind of brought her back.
She's also in Real Steel, a movie my parents have seen many times. And she's in the Hobbit movies. I think she's in the second and third of the Hobbit trilogy. She's great in that. I enjoy the Hobbit trilogy more than most people, and part of it was just like I love the cast in that. She's in it. She gets to be an elf. Well, you missed a lot of them then. She's not in it yet. Lee Pace isn't in it yet. Lee Pace plays like a spooky elf king who rides around on an elk. It's great.
I've read the book, and I only saw the first one because I took a girl out on a date to go see it, and I knew she liked it, and we watched it, and I was just like, this was not for me.
Speaking of movies I've seen on a date, Colin Farrell.
Okay. Colin Farrell's a good one. He's solid. So I'm looking at the cast of Fringe. Anna Torv. I like her in that show. She's great. She's also in Mind Hunter.
Oh, that's good to hear. I've never seen her in anything else.
She's phenomenal in Mind Hunter. And then Jessica Nicole. I feel like I've seen her in something else besides Fringe. I don't remember what it is, but then she also is the voice of the podcast.
Intern Dana.
What was that?
Intern Dana, right? On Night Vale?
I don't know if she's in Night Vale, but she was on Night Vale. Alice isn't dead. She's the main voice of that.
That's how she got into that. She was on Night Vale first, and then that I think Alice Isn't Dead was the next podcast that those Night Vale guys made.
Yeah.
There's a lot of voice actors I love because I've heard them on a podcast, which is even more obscure than like the odd improviser who might be on a commercial. I've had to explain to people who Mark Gagliardi is on several occasions.
Yeah.
It's like, they're in an audio drama. Thrilling Adventure Hour? No? Okay.
But yes, you were right. Kark Ace Vito's character was Charlie. Francis. So yeah, he was the old boy friend in that.
Right.
And then of course I like Lance Reddick.
Great.
He's always phenomenal. Gillian Anderson is always
Yeah.
wonderful. He's great. Uh,
Gotta tell you, Kyle, a spooky summer night when it's storming outside like I have right now, perfect night for an X-File.
Yeah.
Go find one.
Go find yourself an X-File. Did that must have been a loud one.
No, it was just like a small bump on my roommate's side of the wall. So I didn't know if she was trying to like covertly get my attention or something. I haven't heard any other bumps. I guess it was a one-off. I don't think it's Morse code.
They're bumping over there at Melissa's apartment.
Just assorted bumps.
You just had this look like the whole house is shaking. Oh my god! And I was like, what in the world?
I'm in a Star Trek. I'm on the bridge.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that's a good handful of actors that
it's difficult because like I like so many people, so many of them.
Sure.
Yeah. And I don't strongly dislike anybody, so it's not even like I could name you the people I don't like because there aren't any. Just performers. Performers are good to see. I love art. I love choices.
Well, let me tell you about this thing called free will, Melissa. You got plenty of choices. No, but yeah, like that's the thing. Like a lot of my favorites blend so well into the characters that it's like I don't know their real names, or if I've heard it once, it's just like I don't remember it because I remember their character that much more. And so when I do see them as someone else, I'm just like, oh, it's them. I like them. They're good.
Yeah. Looking back on the review show over the year, sometimes in the back of my head, I'll try and think about like, who are my MVPs? Who are my star performers? And so far for stuff we've covered on the review show this year, I just mentioned one last week. If I had to pick my top 3 actors, it would be the guy from Kantaro, the girl from Love Alarm, and Scoot McNairy.
Scoot is in everything, and I didn't know it.
He's everywhere. Now we know to see him.
I don't remember where I first heard his name.
You don't forget it.
It's not a forgettable name because it's so unique. But
you're not going to confuse him with another Scoot.
Right. Is Scoot here? And there's like 3 of them that raise their
My
their hand.
son's name is also one? Scoot.
Scoot Jr. But no, I heard his name somewhere, and then I saw him in, I don't know, it must have been he's in season 1 of True Detective, I believe. I think that's the one he's in. I think that's what
and that's the good one.
1 and 3. 3 is phenomenal as well. But yeah, he's in one of them. And I saw him in that, and he's good in that. And yeah, that was like, because that show was so good, I was just like, who are these actors? Like I need to know besides the one that the ones that I know, but like who are these people? And Scoots McNairy. And then we watch Halt and Catch Fire, and then I'm rewatching all the DC Comics movies to do the Snyder cut, and I'm like, oh yeah, he's in Batman vs Superman. Like the plot revolves around him in that movie.
I think isn't he the one who blows up Holly Hunter? I think that's how that movie goes.
He's the one that gets blown up because they rig his wheelchair. That
Kyle, in. 2 things. 1, I like Jesse Eisenberg. 2, can you hear this? I think it's hailing outside. It's so loud in my room, Kyle.
Yeah, no, not at all.
I'm going to look outside. You keep talking.
Okay. Melissa just got up from her chair. Apparently, the apocalypse is happening at her house right now. But oh, she's yelling about something. I don't know. We'll see. But
there's
here
hail,
she is.
Kyle.
She's
There's so much hail, and it's dark outside because it's 9:30.
It's the apocalypse, Melissa.
I forgot it. I looked outside.
Time to finish
I was really
dark.
Scared. I was really scared, and then I remembered it was 9:30, and it's supposed to be that dark outside.
Melissa just forgot what time it was.
I don't know.
Why is it so dark? What's happening?
This is a weird episode. I'm still really sweaty from being outside. I feel sticky. I'm full of Taco Bell. I've never had a Mountain Dew before.
Good energy.
And now my room is loud.
Melissa's just all sorts of disoriented.
And I like too many actors to name. We could do this once a week. Just name a performer of the week. And then I'll have a chance to talk about, like, Thomas Hayden Church or somebody.
There you go. Good stuff. But I think with that, we should wrap up. We should let you go survive the apocalypse. Yeah, and make sure you can batten down the hatches and stuff like that. So
I want to voluntarily leave before, like, my power goes out or something. It's so loud, Kyle.
Well, in case of emergency, where can the people find you on the internet, Melissa?
You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at WilkyWit. That's WILKYWIT. One final thing before my internet died. I went to that art fair earlier today, and I got a little pencil portrait drawn of myself.
Oh, nice.
This nice artist I like, who I remember seeing there at the art fair 2 years ago, because they didn't have it last year. Who's there again? Like I'm just doing free portraits with pencils for like 5 minutes. So that's me. I have my heart-shaped sunglasses on, and I look. I don't look sweaty at all. She took all the sweat out. So that is from Jillian K Art. That's Jillian with a J and K with a Kaye, and that's all the letters.
Okay. Good stuff. It's nice to come home from conventions or art things like that and just have all sorts of new stuff to fill your walls.
Yeah. Now I have me.
Cool. Well, if you guys want to stay up to date with me, I'm at Yo Kyle Springer on Twitter. And if you guys want to stay up to date with all of the stuff that we do here at the Whatnauts, we are at the Whatnauts on Twitter. So go like, share, subscribe, go do all of that stuff. I do want to mention that I got to sit down with Alan yesterday, and we recorded our Patreon exclusive thing for this month. Which was
good.
To be honest, I completely forgot to like schedule something, and so I was gonna be talking with him about something else instead. I was like, "Can we just make this our Patreon exclusive thing?" And he's like, "Yeah, sure."
That's good.
We got to talk about kind of how we produce the podcasts and how we make them and our philosophies behind that and stuff like that. I think down the road at some point, at least for a Patreon exclusive thing, I think I'm going to record myself like doing all of the post production and walking everyone through that. Yeah, just like, this is what we do, this is how we make the shows and stuff like that. So there you go. That's what we might do down the road. But that is it for this week, number 151 of the Whatnauts Captain's Log. That will wrap us up. We will be back next week. I won't be here though.
That's right.
I'm going on vacation. I'm leaving on the 16th, which is the Friday, which is when we typically record all of the days. And so next week, it should be Melissa and Ignacio and probably Alan.
Hey.
So be on the lookout for that stuff. I will be gone for the next 3 weeks, but the show is still continuing. So have you gotten much of a plan yet for the review show?
I do.
Know?
I'll have notes for
Sweet.
you when we're done recording.
Sweet. Sounds good. So yeah, all of our shows are continuing just fine. But with that, let's get out of here so Melissa can survive all of this hail.
It's making noises out there I've never heard in nature.
Oh God. Well, with that, we're gone. Bye, guys.
Bye.